Till now in this chapter we have discussed about the mixture, type of mixture. At first we have discussed about mixture, what is mixture, and next type of mixture like homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. And today this is some activity. So here in 4 test tube we take, and in first test tube few crystals of copper sulfate dissolve, and as these crystals dissolve, it completely get dissolved in the water, and in this test tube water is taken, and when we dissolve few crystals of copper sulfate, it completely gets dissolved in water and makes homogeneous mixture, and homogeneous mixture we call as solution also. And you know the characteristics of homogeneous solution, that uniformly, that particles that are dissolved in water here are uniformly dissolved in the water, or particles of homogeneous mixture are uniformly spreaded in whole mixture. So this is a characteristic that you have been studied before. And next is, if we take one spatula of copper sulfate, here in both condition we take copper sulfate, but here what is different? Here quantity of copper sulfate is different in these two cases. Here quantity of copper sulfate is different, so I get copper sulfate, particle of copper sulfate and particle of water also make homogeneous mixture. They uniformly spread it throughout the mixture. So both are homogeneous mixture, but what are the difference in them? Quantity of copper sulfate is different in them. So we have studied about homogeneous mixtures characteristics, that homogeneous mixture can have a variable composition. Variable composition because their copper sulfate concentration is different. So this same type of homogeneous mixture, same type means contain same. Copper sulfate and water solution both are, but they are having different quantity of copper sulfate in them. So we can say that homogeneous mixture can have a variable composition. Next is chalk powder. We take here chalk powder, and the chalk powder are allowed to be dissolved in that. So what we observe? We observe that chalk powder are not completely dissolved in the water while they remain suspended. Suspension and when chalk powder are allowed to dissolve in the water, they do not completely dissolve while they remain suspended between the particles of water. Why they are not completely dissolved, and why are they remain at the suspended position? Suspended means the particles are not completely dissolved or are not get spaces into the particles of water while they remain suspended between the particles of water, and they do not settle down at the bottom. They do not dissolve, they do not settle down at the bottom while they remain suspended between the particles of water. And so this type of solution and this type of mixture we call suspension, and suspension is a heterogeneous mixture. Why is it heterogeneous mixture? Because particles of chalk powder are not uniformly spreaded throughout the mixture. And so this is, and next is few drops of milk if we dissolve in water. So we observe that whole milk is dissolved in water, and we think that it is a homogeneous mixture, but it is not homogeneous mixture. It appears that it is like a homogeneous mixture, that particles of milk is completely gets dissolved between the particles of water, but actually this is heterogeneous mixture. Why is it heterogeneous mixture? Water and milk, why is it heterogeneous mixture? Because particles of milk, such as particles of milk, are too small. Particles of milk are too small, and they are not as small like a homogeneous mixtures particle that are completely dissolved in a liquid or in a mixture, but they are some bigger than homogeneous mixture particle, but they are small than the suspended particles. Such as, let's understand this point, that particles of milk are bigger than the particles of homogeneous mixture homogeneous mixture and smaller than particles of suspension. Particles of suspension. So they are bigger than homogeneous mixture and smaller than particles of suspension. So they appear after getting dissolved in water just like as a homogeneous mixture, but it is a actually heterogeneous mixture. And there are two questions I wrote here. Are the particles in the mixture visible? In the homogeneous mixture, particles are not visible. They are completely getting dissolved in the mixture. And next is chalk powder. Because chalk powder remain in the condition of suspended condition, so particles of chalk is visible. Particles of milk is not visible. Next is, was the path of beam of light visible when beam of light passed through it? Beam of light when allowed to enter through the mixture, then the path of light can be visible in one condition only, if particles of this mixture scatter the beam of light. If particles of mixture scatter the light of beam, in that condition only path of light can be visible through the solution. So here particles completely gets dissolved, so particles do not scatter the light that are allowed to pass through these mixtures. And in this condition, chalk powder that are made, this is homogeneous mixture, chalk powder remains suspended in this water. So when we allow light to pass through this solution, so these chalk particles scatter the light, so path of light through this solution becomes visible. And milk, particles of milk is also not completely gets dissolved, but they are just appeared as they completely dissolve in water like a homogeneous mixture. So particles of colloidal solution, we call this mixture as colloidal solution also. And what is solution we will discuss later. And particles of chalk also scatter the light or make the path of light be visible. So this is, and about suspension we will discuss later. Students, let's we discuss more about suspension. As we discussed that suspension, if we take water and allow chalk powder to dissolve in it, so this chalk particles do not dissolve in water while they remain suspended state in water. So this type of mixture known as suspension. So a suspension is a heterogeneous mixture in which solute particles. Solute particles, what is meant by solute particles? All the type of mixture we called mixture is called as a solution also. And in solution, two terms are come here. Two terms are solute and next is solvent. And solvent quantity is more and solute quantity is less. And the component in which solute is dissolved, that we call solvent. And the component that is dissolved in a large quantity, that we call solute. So we discuss about more about these two terms, solute and solvent. That component that are dissolved in much quantity of liquid or gas or solid, that we call solvent. And solvent is having in a very much quantity in which solute particles are dissolved. And by the solute and solute, solution is formed. So these are the solute particles, and as chalk particle is a solute particles, do not dissolve. They do not dissolve but remain suspended throughout the mixture. And characteristics of suspension is particles of the suspension can be seen by naked eye. And next is that when we pass light beam through this solution, the particles of chalk scatter the light and make the path visible. And make the path of mixture be visible. And next property is, if we allow this heterogeneous mixture and this suspension to leave this mixture for few minutes or hours, then this mixture started and this chalk powders and this chalk particles started to be settled down. Chalk particles, when this mixture are left undisturbed for some time, then chalk particles starting to settle down, and after some time all chalk particles uh, all chalk particles remain settled down at the bottom of the beaker, and we can easily this water can be passed onto other beaker through the decantation. Decantation means after when the chalk particles or solute become settled down at the bottom of table, then the pure form of mixture or water that left behind upper side, that water is transferred into other beaker. That process we call decantation, and by using filter paper we can pour out this water into other beaker. So this is the characteristics of suspension. So students, suspension. In suspension we can separate pure liquid, that is water, from their solute particles, and as solute particles remain settled down, and we pour out this pure liquid form of water into other beaker by using filter paper that is fitted with this funnel. And what is decantation? The process of pouring out a clear fluid from a vessel, and this clear fluid that is pouring out into other beaker from this vessel without disturbing the sediment is called decantation. So liquid decantated means liquid here was decantated in this beaker. Students, now colloidal solution. Till now you have learned about the homogeneous mixture, heterogeneous mixture, and the property of homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. So keep remain these all properties in your mind. And next is suspension, and next is colloidal solution, that is heterogeneous mixture. In 4th number case in our activity, we see that few drop of milk we dissolve in the water, and it after getting dissolved water with the milk, this mixture appears to be as homogeneous mixture, because particle of milk cannot be seen by naked eye, but these particles of milk are bigger than the size of particles that dissolved in homogeneous mixture, but they are bigger than that of size of particles of homogeneous mixture, but they cannot completely dissolve in the mixture as homogeneous mixture, and they cannot seen by naked eye. And these particles and colloidal solutions particles are smaller than the size of the particles of suspension. So suspension particles, the size of colloidal particles are smaller than the suspension particles. So, and because of this reason, colloidal solution called as a heterogeneous mixture, because the size of colloidal solution are not suitable to make the homogeneous mixture and not suitable to make the suspension particle, because they are the too small and not same as suspension. So these particles not make suspension and do not make homogeneous mixture. So between and midway condition we called as colloidal solution. So it is a heterogeneous mixture, and particles of colloid means colloidal solution. And what is solution? All type of mixture are called as solution, and in solution two terms are come, that is solute and solvent. Solute is dissolved in solvent and solute quantity is higher, and particles of a colloid are uniformly spreaded, and this colloidal solution are having some characteristics of homogeneous mixture, but it is not homogeneous mixture, it is heterogeneous mixture throughout the solution. Homogeneous and uniformly spreaded means the quantity of particles of the mixture colloidal solution, there is two phase, solute and solvent. So particles of solute, that we call colloid particles. Particles of colloid are uniformly spreaded throughout the mixture. So the quantity of solute and solvent are same throughout the solution. So we say uniformly spread. And next is due to the relatively small size of particles, particle as compared to that of suspension. The size of these colloidal particles are relatively smaller than suspension particles, so they do not make suspension while they make colloidal solution, and their size is not suitable also to make a homogeneous mixture, because they are bigger than the particles of homogeneous mixture. So the mixture appears to be homogeneous, but this mixture is not homogeneous. Why is it not? Why this is not homogeneous? Let me discuss. So students, why we call colloidal solution as a heterogeneous mixture? Because it show Tyndall effect. What is Tyndall effect? Colloidal particles. If light is allowed, if a beam of visible light allowed to pass through this mixture, then the particles of colloidal particles scatter this light. And because of the scattering this light by the colloidal particles, the path of this colloidal solution become visible. So this effect known as Tyndall effect. Scattering of a beam of light by colloidal particles, the light are scattered by colloidal particles, and because of this scattering light, the path of this mixture become visible, and this effect is known as Tyndall effect. So this is the reason why colloidal solution is called as heterogeneous mixture. So student, let me discuss about the properties of colloid, and as you understood about the colloid or colloidal solution. So this is heterogeneous mixture, and the size of particles of colloid is too small that we cannot see them. So cannot be seen by naked eye. Colloidal particles are big enough to scatter a beam of light passing through it and makes its path visible. And next, they do not settle down. They do not settle down as suspension, and when left undisturbed. And next is, if we want to separate the components of colloidal solution, components, you know what is component? By component means the substance by which colloidal solution is made up, that we call component. As milk and water, in mixture of milk and water, what is component? Component is milk and water. And if we want to separate the milk from water, then what technique is used? Centrifugation. Friends, as you know that mixture of milk and water makes colloidal solution. So and in solution, solid and solvent present, and solute particles are dissolved in solvent, and solvent quantity is higher. So here milk quantity is lesser than water, and milk are allowed to dissolve in water in previous activity that we discussed. So solute like component that form a mixture, that we call component, and in mixture one or two type of substances present, and that substance we call component that form a mixture. So solute like component form dispersed phase. So solute in colloidal solution, solute state or solute phase are called as dispersed phase. Keep remind these two terms in your mind. Dispersed phase, solute particles or solid state in colloidal solution are considered as dispersed phase, and water, the component in which the dispersed phase is suspended. What is the meaning of suspended? Here the colloidal particles are not dissolved as homogeneous mixture, they just remain suspended, but they are too small to be seen by naked eye, so we cannot see the particles of colloidal by our naked eye, but they are not completely dissolved in mixture, but they remain suspended as suspension. As we see in the case of suspension, in the example of chalk powder and water, and chalk powder remains suspended in water. So in the same condition here, dispersed phase is suspended, known as dispersing medium. The component in which the dispersed phase is suspended, known as dispersing medium, and here dispersing medium is water. So dispersed phase here milk, that is suspended in the dispersing medium, that is water. Students, colloidal solution or colloids are classified according to the state, solid, liquid, gas. According to the state, that state is solid, liquid or gas of the, and these states, solid, liquid, gas, are found in dispersing medium and dispersed phase in both. Solid, liquid, gas state are found in dispersed phase and dispersing medium, both in a colloidal solution. So according to these states, colloids are classified, and these are the classification of colloids. These are the types of colloidal solution. These are all these colloidal solution, but colloidal solution are given a specific name according to the state of dispersed and dispersing medium. So first type of colloidal solution, aerosol. Example, fog and clouds. That we see fog and clouds is an example of aerosol, because in that colloidal solution of aerosol, liquid, that is dispersed phase, this liquid is suspended in dispersing medium, and that dispersing medium is gas. Suppose in dispersing medium, this is the dispersing medium, that is dispersing medium containing the particles of gas. So this is a dispersing medium in which liquid is suspended. Liquid is suspended and that form a colloidal solution, and that colloidal solution is given a specific name that we call aerosol. An example of aerosol, fog and clouds. And next is solid. If dispersed phase is solid and dispersing medium is liquid, then colloidal solution name is Sol. So Sol is a colloidal solution. Example, milk of magnesia. Milk of magnesium is a base, and that formula is MgOH2. This is chemical compound. And what is compound? We will discuss later about this. Gas, if dispersed phase is gas, dispersing medium is solid, then type of colloidal solution we call foam. Example of foam, rubber and sponge. And you see that in a sponge piece, this is in solid particles, gases are filled, gaseous particles are filled between the space of the solid particles in sponge. So we call that solid is a dispersing phase because gaseous particles are suspended in the solid in a sponge. So we call solid as a dispersing medium and gas is a dispersed phase in a foam colloidal solution in which rubber and sponge are come. So student, I hope you have understood these all topics, and in this topic I have not taken about the solution topic. I will take it later, and after the solution we will study about the how to separate component of a mixture. You know about component of a mixture, what is component of a mixture. So after studying about solution we will discuss about the separation of components, different methods that are utilized to separate the components of mixture. Thank you.